Podcast starts now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to StraightioLab. We are so...
I think the mic picked that up.
Sam, don't listen to him. The mic did not pick up the fact that you moved the water bottle.
I needed to move the water bottle because I needed to prepare.
Yeah.
Because we today have a return guest that strikes fear in our hearts, anxiety in our listeners.
Yeah. Stop. Max, so for anyone at home, he is putting the pen and paper close to the mic in order for it to make noise. You can sort of hear it.
Yeah. So before we introduce our guest today, George, how are you feeling?
You know, before we all I want to say is no matter what happens, the two of us are a team.
Yes.
And at no point will we turn on one another.
No. That can never happen.
It is us against anyone who might be an enemy at any given time.
Foreign or domestic.
Yes, exactly. We are the Department of Homeland Security, if it's laid.
If it's laid. And it's code orange.
Yes.
You guys can see that I'm here, right?
Shh.
Yes. Should we just introduce?
Sure.
Okay, it's one of those unconventional episodes, so without further ado, please welcome back...
What do you mean unconventional episodes?
Well, normally we do an intro that's like 10 minutes long, and then we bring in the guest.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
And they just sit here the whole time?
Yes.
Yes.
We've discussed this, and like we know that on the one hand, yes, it's awkward to have the guest sitting there, but I think what we landed on is that
You're not even looking at me when you talk.
Max, let me warm up. Okay,
I didn't realize
I'm looking
warming up meant completely ignoring everyone else.
Well,
in the room.
yet again, normally we do have an intro where Sam and I talk and sort of like...
Didn't you record an episode right before this?
Yeah, but it's different for each guest.
There's like a different tone every time.
What?
Yeah, it's like variation. We like find something new.
Since when do you have any variation in this podcast?
Oh, based on the episodes you've done, you think all of the episodes are like that?
Well, they ought to be.
Okay, so without further ado, please welcome to the podcast our dear, dear friend, Max Wittert.
So...
Is that it?
What exactly are you doing here?
Well, I thought I was going to try to be nice, but I guess since you're coming in hot, all warmed up, I guess I'm just here on the defensive.
Once again, we're not warmed up because we wanted to do an intro. But
it seems pretty hot in here to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what were you writing in your notebook? I'm really curious.
That's for later, and that's for me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, is that such a problem?
It's not. We're not mad.
I'm a diligent guy. It's like I put in the work, and then you come in hot off the presses, chopping me to the.
I just want to say,
chopping my
Max,
bits.
I'm saying like, so what are you doing here? That's like a very clear joke. Like this is an improv-based podcast. Like, if I say something silly like that to open up the conversation, you sort of want to yes and be like, oh, what, me? Who? Am I here? What are you doing here?
That's actually not how you do
example.
Improv at all, actually. That's asking a lot of questions, which Improv 101 is like, don't ask all those questions.
Right. Well,
Right? Yeah, the answer is yes and.
Okay, Max, you're starting out really hot.
Yeah, I'm really like, we have to build up to that.
Okay. I think we had to build up to that.
Oh, great sip.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm drinking hot tea. Let me just scald my mouth and make it totally silent for you.
Do you feel like what you just did helped you not scald your mouth?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
It cools it. Everyone knows that instinctually.
What, that if you
you think I should
slurp?
just gulp down hot tea without a sound and think that's a what?
No, I've never seen you do anything without a sound. Let's just say that. But I think you should sort of like ease into it and pour a little bit in your mouth. I think if you're going to be like...
I should pour it into my mouth?
You're going to be slurping it.
Have you ever had a drink before?
You're going to be... Maybe I'll try to demonstrate? Is that okay?
Well, you have a water in front of you that you could
great.
demonstrate.
It's not hot water, though.
It's not hot water, but I can try to demonstrate
It
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter because he has no idea what he's talking about
You bring it as close as possible to your lips, and then you sort of...
So that would be... when you say as close as possible, you put it into your lips.
Well, no, as close as possible so you can
By the
sort
way,
of...
question.
Yeah.
Do you ever in this lifetime wash your lips? Have you ever washed your lips?
No,
Wait,
I've never washed my lips.
That's actually...
Disgusting.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's a shocking question.
Yeah.
When you wash your face, I would say the face wash does not go on my lips.
Never on the lips. And when you brush your teeth, are you brushing those lips?
Here's what I'll say. It's the only...
Scrub it up, those lips?
Basically, you clean it by You clean your lips by licking them. It's the only part of your body that it's socially acceptable.
Oh yeah,
to
that's
lick
how Sam
clean.
cleans asses.
Oh my god.
Ha ha!
Max.
Got him. So anyway, have you guys figured out what this podcast is yet?
Yeah, so basically it's about straight culture, and every episode we sort of unpack a different element of straight culture.
What did you guys do in the last one?
We did
homoeroticism. Yeah, which is sort of a fun twist on it because, of course, that sounds like a gay topic, but it's always fun when it's a surprise that something that seems gay is actually straight.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sort of reminds me a little bit of the live show in which my straight topic was gay guys.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that.
Yeah, well, we didn't. You can take it up with Sabrina if that
teenage.
Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
The Teenage Witch, who was our last
Was it
guest.
Sabrina the Teenage Woo?
Yeah, it was
Sabrina the Teenage Woo was our last guest.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and email them.
Okay.
Talk to your lawyer.
Sure.
I want to say I don't think Sabrina...
So funny that Sam thinks I only have one lawyer.
How many lawyers do you have?
Look for anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic question.
Just seems like you wouldn't need that many lawyers.
I'm just...
Because I'm so good at litigating myself.
I just don't know like what contracts you would need lawyered. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not about contracts. It's all lawsuits. It's all lawsuits. I don't sign a damn thing, bitch.
Are you bragging about being sued? Despite not having any contract?
Oh my God.
Who are you suing?
By the way, if you keep asking questions, watch your back. Watch your email. Watch your back.
Are you doing a sort of email phishing scheme that you're being sued about?
No. You'll be hearing from my lawyers if you keep
about
asking.
What, Matt? Like, what is the what is the controversy?
Defamation for number one.
Okay, I want to address something. Max, you have previously demanded that we record in studio.
Yeah.
Do you feel calmer? Do you feel happy? Do you feel like you got what you wanted?
That's not the point.
And we are in studio.
I mean, that last part is the point.
And we are in studio for everyone. And that's not a bit. We're in studio. I can see Max. He's wearing a sort of beautiful green T-shirt. And
you could have seen that if it was on a Zoom, though.
Okay, but I can say you're wearing black pants, which I couldn't see if we were on a Zoom.
If I stood up, here's an example of something that you can't sense on
so
Zoom.
Max is in the studio with us. He stinks like shit.
I was just gonna say George stinks like shit. I was gonna say George stinks like shit.
Wow. You're on thin ice because now, just in that moment, you and Max were ganging up against me to tell me.
No, but I said Max stinks like shit.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. And actually, I'm sorry.
Which
that
actually means that you have to go for Sam now.
First, no, I would never do that. And I'm sorry that
I've seen it happen.
That even for a second, I accused you of.
Yeah. So
there's so much paranoia in this room.
There is.
It's not my fault.
So anyway, you were in the studio, and tell us how that makes you feel.
Yeah, it feels right.
Does it feel better than when we were on Zoom the last two times you did the podcast?
Yeah, of course it does. Why? What do you mean?
Well, actually, the first time Max did it was in studio.
Oh.
First time Max did it was in studio. Second time
that was in the trash can.
That was in the trash can. Second time was on Zoom. Now it's this beautiful studio.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, is there an actual window behind that curtain, or is it just a curtain on a wall?
Let's see. It's a window.
Why isn't that open?
Because it's better for sound quality if there's a curtain rather than a glass pane.
What?
Yeah. I thought you were like a
Excuse me, have you ever yelled at someone from behind a curtain versus yelling at someone from behind a glass panel?
No. No. Those are two very different things. We don't want the sound to travel past the curtain. Does that make sense?
Right.
We want the curtain to absorb the sound.
I guess what I'm saying is
so if it's glass, it's going to bounce off the glass, but if it's a curtain, it's going to absorb it.
I guess what I'm saying is that it's just a little curtain.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean?
I didn't say it was like a big
from
one.
Like where I stand, I'm just sort of like, oh, it's just like a tiny little curtain that's like very like barely there. Like, just like
Yeah.
you could like see if the window had nipples. I could like see the window's nipples through that curtain. You know what I mean? It's like really like thin material.
Well, the window doesn't have nipples, so
Yeah.
Okay.
And
well, if it did,
and by the way,
I
if it did,
see.
you couldn't see them.
Why not?
Because the curtain is far enough from it that you could not see the window's nipples.
The window would be really into nipple play, and so it has those big milkers.
Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
And if the window
Big,
has like
long milkers.
abnormally large nipples that are like insane and unlike anything you've ever seen, then you probably would want to see them through the.
They'd be like some things I've seen in Sam's inbox.
Oh my god!
This
God.
slut shaming of Sam. I mean, first it's that he cleans other people's buttholes by licking them. Now it's that his inbox is filled with abnormally large nipples. Like,
Sorry, I meant to say your inbox then.
Also,
Whatever,
why
it
do you have
doesn't matter.
access to my inbox in this scenario?
I know it is very strange.
My lawyers?
Are your lawyers like
Hackers. They're
crooked?
hacker
Do your
lawyers.
lawyers are like crooked, like mafia lawyers
They'll
that
do
are like,
anything.
and yet you're the one suing people.
I'm the headmaster.
Oh, of your lawyers.
Of the lawyers. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, that's so interesting. I mean, a fantasy I have always had is like people that was a better sip than before.
Well, it's not as hot now.
Do you feel like when it's finally room temperature, you'll sort of sip in a normal way that doesn't make a listener want to throw up?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Go ahead, George.
I that was my final question.
you know, I know a man that sips every time he sips his beer. He does it like that.
And does he go afterwards every time?
Yeah, he does a big,
Yeah.
and then he goes, and then he rubs his lip with one finger.
Wait, okay, here's a question for you guys. I was thinking the other day about how, okay, so I was cooking and I was like chopping a big carrot and I was like, there's nothing that makes me feel like I'm cooking more than like chopping a big carrot, you know, because it's like, it's so like
yes.
cinematic. Do you guys have anything like that where you're like, oh, I am like doing it?
That's a really good question.
That's a great question.
I mean, unfortunately, the only thing that's coming to mind is sex-related things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're having sex,
it's because I turn you on.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
rock hard right now. And you're actually stop, Max, under the table. Stop doing that.
I bet now you're really happy that I'm sipping on this
Max,
hot liquid.
Ow.
By the way, my niece listens to this,
Okay, but
so try not to make vulgar comments, George.
sex is a classic example because
Sex is a classic example of many
oftentimes
things.
it is, you know, you do sort of zoom out and you're like, wow, like kid me would be so proud that I'm having
Right,
sex.
that I'm like riding it horse dog style, I was going to say.
Yeah, horse dog
style.
horse dog
with,
style.
You know, whipping my mane around, yeehawing.
Wagging my tail.
Yeah.
Horse dog style.
Yeah, just sort of like flipping upside down on my hooves, clomping, bouncing around on my curly little tail.
Barking left and right. Horse doggy.
Yeah, bouncing up and down, bashing my head against the ceiling.
You have like an Ariana Grande wig just for the sake of flipping your hair back and forth. Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're just pausing like, wait, can we take a second?
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so hot. I'm like sweating. I'm like sweating. This is so intense.
I never thought I'd be in this place at this time doing this
Yeah.
crazy thing.
Yeah.
On this little life we call Earth.
Wait, it's time to be real.
Oh my god, yeah. Click. Oh my god, I just got banned from Be Real again. Fuck, my life is so amazing.
Don't stop.
Yeah. Don't stop. I'm about to be so fake.
Okay, so sex is one thing.
Yeah, so sex is a great example.
Can I tell you
of
an example?
Oh, yes.
I wanted one that it actually has not panned out.
Yeah.
I started making my own coffee, which is a huge step for me.
Oh, okay. I think I know where you're going with
And
this.
I really wanted I'm making my own coffee. I'm like pouring it into my cup and it's like morning and I'm like setting it down on the desk.
Yeah, and like whipping your ponytail back.
I'm like clomping my clompers.
Sam making her coffee, but also with Ariana Grande wig, like, woo, woo, woo.
Splashing boiling hot liquid all over the dog.
The only way to feel authentic is to like have an Ariana Grande
Yeah.
wig and be whipping her hair back
Yeah.
and forth.
Well, I really thought I would like feel like that, like feeling of like I'm
Yeah.
in a log cabin when I'm making coffee, and
Yeah.
I do not at all. I wanted to zoom out every morning and be like, today is the first day of the rest of my life, and it never feels like that. And instead, it feels like, okay, this is an errand and a chore, and I wish I had just bought coffee instead.
Oh.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What kind of mug are we talking?
So I have thought about this.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I got
think I know what you need.
like a
Go ahead.
diner style mug
Oh, that's
from
good.
a place in Maine.
That's good.
Then it's like
Can I
it
tell
has a shitty logo
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
And
Can I
I
tell you
really
what
was
I
like, this is
think
gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay, I think what you need is, I actually think that while you're making your coffee, you need a big, big sweater so that your hands look so humble holding the coffee. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like cupping it with like both hands.
Yeah.
And you also need the steam and like, when you're like, like the like cable knit like coming over your palms a little bit, and you're like humbly cupping a cup.
Another sort of version of that might be flannel pants and even a blanket draped around your shoulders. So you're like
So hygge.
So hygge.
That's so hygge.
I hate flannel pants. Like I hate
Yeah.
PJ pants. Like, sorry.
What? Oh.
Well, what if we went in a more sexy direction then? And rather than being
Flannel Daisy Dukes.
rather than being cozy, you're like in your tighty whities and a tank top.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
still, haven't fully awoken, bedhead.
Oh, that is what I want.
So maybe try that. Do you get dressed before coffee? Next time, try
'cause I
not.
usually walk the dog and then I make the coffee. So I have to put on clothes to walk the dog. And
Yeah,
even then,
huge issue.
and so it's even like I walk the dog, I go to the gym, and then I make coffee.
And
my
you still
God.
haven't showered at this point.
Probably not.
Medium.
Well, why
Okay,
would you shower before the gym?
I shower before and after. Why not? We're in New York. I can waste as much water as I want.
Well, that is true. They famously are trying to get rid of it.
There's too much water here.
There's too much water.
and in
It's the
fact, there's
opposite
about to be a
desirable.
lot more.
It's the
After
opposite.
the icebergs melt.
Sweetheart,
So you better start now getting rid of as much water as you
it's
can.
your civic duty to be slurping and glurping as much water you can.
Bringing the horses to the trough.
See someone just constantly downing water. I'm like, sorry, I'm an environmentalist.
Yeah.
Plus, if we have all this water and like California's like fully
Yeah.
having drought, like they're gonna come and they're gonna kill us for our water.
They're going to take it so we got to drink it all first. Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah.
Everyone should be putting water in plastic containers and mailing them
And melting it. And melting
overnight
it?
to California.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think then it would fix the
Fix things.
discrepancy.
I do think we really need to fix California's water problem.
I agree.
Yeah.
So true.
I think it's
Sometimes
really
they have too
important.
much. Sometimes they
Yeah.
have too little.
Right now, they're really having too much.
It's sort of-
I
honestly.
can't keep track.
It's actually crazy because, and I don't want to make light of this, but California is a place where it will be fully flooded, and then someone will be like, we have to do something about the drought. And you're like, get your story straight.
Oh my God, that is such an oversimplification.
So in terms of things that we feel like,
I can't believe you're going to say that. It's like, I just thought that you had more journalistic integrity.
George, he's right.
Integrity.
and you know what? I just want to say, I know what I said was an oversimplification. I said it for comedic effect.
George,
but
you're
I crossed
sullying-
I crossed the line.
You're
I crossed
sullying the
line.
name of our podcast.
I crossed the line.
You're sullying the name of Gawker Media.
You're absolutely right. I crossed the line.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you
You have like no
leap,
integrity.
You leap before you think. And I know the corporation that owns us will take the necessary steps. I will meet with HR. I will meet with legal. I will meet with Max's entire team of lawyers that he is the headmistress of.
Wait, did you guys?
Did you
feel-
just
did you guys
regender
just-
me? What? Did I just what?
No, did you feel that?
What?
The
George.
the integrity just like left through.
The integrity just flew out the razor thin curtain.
Oh my God.
feel cold.
I feel it too. It actually like left.
The integrity is gone.
The
You have
integrity.
no integrity.
It's so difficult to even speak without integrity.
I know.
You know what I
can't
always say?
imagine.
Don't talk to me before I've had my
My
integrity.
integrity.
So, Max, are you ready to reveal what you were jotting down in your little notebook? So,
No.
Is it crazy that I want to keep talking about things that you feel like you're doing them when you're doing them?
Sure.
Or does
What do you
no one
get?
else care about
Wait,
that?
what do you? No, I mean, I love this because I.
It's a
came up
really
with
good
it.
question.
Yeah.
I have a really good example.
Oh my God, you hurt yourself again.
Did that
Peak?
Yeah. Did the mic pick up on any of that? Did the mic?
No, I think you're good.
Max tripped and fell on his face.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
He's
no,
bleeding.
It's fine. Oh, it's
and
no,
all,
it's
and the
okay.
scalding hot liquid just landed all over
Oh,
your
here
crotch.
this is the scalding hot liquid.
Oh my God.
Ow, sizzle, sizzle. Ow.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay. I know I'm resilient
Yeah.
because I have integrity.
Well, steam is coming off of your bare skin. I mean, you seem like you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, some of us can grin and bear, and others are weak.
Do you feel like you can bear more physical pain because of all your integrity? Whereas I would sort of like turn into a puddle?
Yes, and?
Do you think victims are just integrityless people?
Yes, and? I'm just doing what I was told to do.
Do you think
I'm just doing what I was told to do
Do you
here?
think
Okay,
improv is just saying yes and then stopping talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Uh-huh.
it's an amazing art form that really brings people together.
I agree.
Oh,
yeah. We
beautiful.
can't talk about it too much because we'll all start crying.
Yeah, we'll cry.
Yeah.
I have another thing that
I feel like
feels-
we're being kind of boring. I'm kind
No,
of bored.
wrong.
No, I
Shut
feel
up.
like I have another thing that feels like you're doing the thing when you're doing the thing.
Okay,
Okay,
what?
go.
Riding in a train. Riding in a train is the
Oh,
most
sure.
I'm riding in a
Oh,
train.
like a
thing you
real
can
train,
do.
not like the ACE.
No. Like if you're on like the
an
Amtrak and you see like the
That's
trees
so
flying
true.
by.
That's so true. And you're like, oh, I need to start my novel.
You're literally like, I'm mourning, but I don't know why.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like this is both the beginning and the end of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
I love that about trains.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
I'm
should
in
do that to the ACE.
yeah.
It would make it more fun.
Make it a good train and make it go out of the city. They should make more of the trains just like go away.
Yeah. You should be like trying to get to like Midtown and you end up in like Hudson. That would be so
Oh my
nice.
God, I would love that. What a nice surprise. You
Yeah.
think you're going to Midtown and you end up in Hudson.
That's so nice. You think you're getting your driver's license, but then as it turns out, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Classic me. I don't like this timer being here. This is like,
Really?
yeah, no, this stresses me out.
Why?
Can I be honest also, actually, now that I'm in the studio,
Yeah,
I
you-
feel a little extra stressed out.
Yeah.
I think I can admit that now.
I'm glad you see that.
Yeah. You guys do too, or you don't?
No, we're not stressed out.
Well, there's another thing where there's like a camera on me right here. We're also behind
It's
like
not on.
it's not on. It's not recording.
that's what you
there would
say,
Be,
but
there would
of
be a
course
green light
the
there.
CIA has done all kinds of things.
Well,
I guess
And then
that's
on
true.
top, which you would know if you had
Well, we
any
were-
journalistic integrity.
No.
And then, of course, we're also behind this window in like an observation chamber.
yeah, I just want to say you are right that if I had journalistic integrity, I would know that the CIA has done all kinds of things.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't, so
But
I
you
actually
don't,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
Yeah. Your integrity is lacking.
Well, don't you feel like, to bring it back to our discussion about
I'm only entertaining myself with that. by the way.
doing
and I know
things-
that.
now that we are in
Like
a
saying integrity. You
now,
know what I mean?
Now,
That's only for me. It's like not for anybody else. And I know that.
Let George speak.
now that we
okay.
are in a studio and you have headphones on and you have a mic in front of you, you are aware that you are doing a podcast in a way you wouldn't be if you were at home in your PJs on Zoom.
I don't have PJs.
Your flannel Daisy Dukes.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. With my bag.
So do you feel like
sticking out both
do you-
sides of the daisies?
Yeah.
When you say both sides,
Both sides
do
of
you
my
mean
ass.
up? Both sides of your ass sticking out.
Okay.
I thought you meant
Both
your
sides
ass.
of the daisy, the holes on either side of the daisies.
I thought you meant your ass sticking out both on top and in the bottom.
And
so you
in
have
the
top
yeah.
boob and under boob,
Yeah.
sort of
and
with
left
the Daisy
boob and
Dukes
right
in the
boob,
middle.
Yeah.
So it's barely Daisy Dukes, really. It's more of like a string that's going around your butt.
Yeah. Like it's just, yeah, it's a hanky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
You're
have
doing
been trying
hanky
to-
code, but instead of wearing pants and doing it, you
It's
just sort
just
of
shoved up
stick
my
it
ass
in
crack.
your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. You can tell. You can tell what I'm into if you spread my
Yeah.
ass open and pull the handkerchief out.
Yeah, but then the handkerchief is like really prudish. It's like you're naked with a handkerchief stuck up your ass,
Yeah.
but the handkerchief represents like, I don't have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like what I prefer is respect. Yeah.
Yeah. Tasteful intimacy.
Tasteful. Yeah. Ace.
Well,
I'm Ace.
I appreciate you feeling intimidated by the space. I think that's like going to be groundbreaking for people to hear.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say intimidated.
Okay, scared,
I wouldn't say scared.
Frightened.
No.
belittled,
No.
Terrified?
No.
mm,
Like like it's like like it's like I would say I just feel like it's like a pressure cooker in back So in that room, I was feeling like I was in a pressure cooker. You know, a lot of people don't realize that like to be on a reality show is actually a whole lot of stress. And so in that moment, yeah, I was going through a lot, trying to think of what I was going to say to Sam and George. And yeah, you know what? I didn't say the best thing, okay? I could have done better, but I'm not here to record a podcast. I'm here to win.
When I saw Max stumbling to make a sentence, I at first felt joy at his demise. But then the more I started to think about it, I started to feel empathy. And I thought, you know what? That's my friend no matter what he's done in the past. And I'm going to support him and talk when it's time.
When Max entered, I really did feel like a villain that we have painted as such was present. And my initial instinct was to get on the defensive. And then when I realized that Max, when it was all stripped away, I realized I am the one that has projected this narrative onto Max. Max did not actually come in wanting to be rude in any way. He did not. He came in, he followed the rules, he sat down, put his headphones on, and it turns out I'm the one that really like turned on the animosity. And so it's tough because on the one hand, I want to push, I want to, embrace him and say, Max, it's okay. I didn't mean everything I said earlier. But on the other hand, I'm so aware of the fact that, it's reality TV. I'm playing a character and I can't just change who I am halfway through. So it's a process.
And at that moment, I realized that it was important for me to clear the air. You guys, I have to clear the air right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, why?
I sort of sensed that he was maybe going to clear the air.
Yeah, I sensed that as well.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm glad it's done.
Well,
Thank you for clearing the air. I'm just so happy it was cleared because
I just can't help but feel it's not quite clear.
Oh, you don't feel like it's clear?
He said, I'm going to clear the air, and then he didn't do anything.
It was at that moment that I realized that Sam was not on my side, and I had made an enemy.
George, can you do a soundtrack for me?
Oh wait, were you reaching this because you want my soundtrack, or because you wanted me to stop using my phone?
Yeah, George, do a soundtrack.
No, here,
wait, you want me to do it?
You can use it. Yeah, here, just press play and then use the volume. Yeah, I thought you were trying to chastise me, and I was reacting against that. Okay, go ahead. You have to play it and then turn it up in order to. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
When I reached for Max's phone and he pulled away from me, I couldn't help but feel that, like, this meant he's, like, afraid of me. Like, when a dog flinches. And it's like, this whole time I thought Max was the villain, but maybe it was me.
Oh, you need it now? Okay, yeah, here you go. Okay.
When Max and Sam started doing like confessional type things in the studio, at first I was confused because I was like, I can see you and this is all happening live. But then I thought, well, they're not going to be the ones to define my narrative. Only I can do that.
So, George, I've always felt like your narrative is, it's family.
And I'm going to stop you right there because no one can define my narrative except me.
That was beautiful.
That was really
Max,
powerful.
Yeah.
Do you want to clear the air?
No, because what I actually want to talk about is okay, did you guys watch like Love is Blind?
No.
Yeah, I watched season 1.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I watched season
You
1
watched
too.
season 1? Oh, okay. Well, because like there's this thing that happens with I've noticed especially like I want to say like it happens way too quickly where people start talking about like how completely dedicated they are to their partner, like having met them what in our experience of the show is like 5 minutes ago, right? You know, but so like, you know, and they'll be like, Jeremy, I will fight for you, and I'm gonna fight for us, and I've been like obsessed with the phrase like fighting and like this like battle thing where it's like no matter what we go through, like we're gonna take on the world together, and it's like, do you mean like your like smoothie job or like?
Well, they also do this thing where it builds up to it where you see the conversation where they're supposedly bonding, and then in the confessional, the person is like, and that's how I knew we were bonded. So the conversation will be like, I love the Knicks. Wait, you're a Knicks fan? And then it literally will cut to the woman being like, I mean, we both love the Knicks. And it's not just the Knicks. It really points to similar values that we have in our lives. And if everyone I've met this week, that's the first time someone I met actually did like the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm going to put away my phone now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has the air been cleared?
I actually feel the air has been cleared.
Should we do our first segment?
I think so. I actually think we should.
Okay.
So you guys are going to intro the show and like say your names and stuff. And, like,
Yeah, so basically I'm Sam.
And I'm George.
And this is StraightioLab.
Podcast starts now.
Wow.
We're joined today by Max Wittert,
Who's really nice.
who's super nice now.
Yeah.
And we're going...
What do you mean now?
You know what I mean.
Max,
Max, come on.
for this episode, you're like not being mean like you did in the last episode. So like that's sort of the twist. So
I
like,
was mean last episode?
well, we
Or I
came
was
in,
framed?
we came in, we came in,
Or I was framed as
and
such.
I'll take responsibility for this. We came in expecting you to be villainous,
Mm-hmm.
but you actually did the ultimate villainous move, which is gaslight us into thinking you're normal. And so now we're gonna go with that.
And we're just going to be normal.
And the air has been cleared. We're gonna be normal. You are normal. We're treating you as we would any other guest.
So what you're telling me is that just now you're like, you just gaslit us into thinking you're normal, and then you said, but really we're normal, which makes me think that you're now trying to gaslight me.
Normal people are
And
the
actually,
ones.
in so doing, maybe even gaslighting yourself.
I would never gaslight myself. I love myself. And only normal people can be gaslit.
What?
Look, we're
So you just admitted to being normal because
I'm
you told me
normal.
that I gaslit you.
Yeah, you're not normal, so you can gaslight me, someone who's normal. I'm unsuspecting.
But then,
What's the issue?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? You seem to be upset.
I am not upset.
I think you're pretty upset right now.
I actually feel
No, why don't you, just go ahead and introduce the podcast. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Sam.
And I'm George.
And this is StraightioLab. Welcome to the show. We have such an incredible guest who is one of our best friends. And I will never forget how he made me feel today when he walked into the studio. And it was just such a...
Tell them about the presents that I gave you.
You didn't give us any.
I can't shut. But like, you know what I mean. Like you just like say like you're just like saying like, oh, you
There's
brought
no
me
reason to
presents.
lie. We're like being genuine about Max.
They can hear you. They can.
We're just being like earnest about how we like you and that you're our friend and we really value you.
Yeah,
and we're
like
just
you
like
don't need to give us presents for us to. For
We're
you to
not
be
like, there's
Yeah,
no-
but the thing is that like no, it's like some people that listen to the podcast, the way they receive affection is like through gifts, and so they need to know that like I'm the type of person that
why would we want to like?
because their love language is that.
I mean, I
gifts.
know, but that's not our love language or your love language. Like we have our
But like
own
this
friendship, and that's
is this
what
not
this...
a podcast for all people?
Yes, but I think the fact that I think people can empathize with someone who has a different love language than them.
I don't think that's how that works.
So when you watch like a film or read a book, you need everyone to have the same love language than you do in order to
I'm
relate to them.
Oh, so you're telling me that like if you watch a movie and there's a couple and they never express any physical affection, because for me, physical affection, big deal,
Of course.
and they express no physical affection, you wouldn't be like, that's weird.
I'll redo it. I'll redo it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So, wow. We're so excited. We have the most amazing friend with us here today. His name is Max, and he came in and gave us all types of love language. He gave us a gift of a coffee mug and coffee beans, which is so thoughtful. And he gave us physical
Say that
effect.
they were from Lebanon, because like that's like where the best coffee comes from.
They were
Wait, maybe is it? Yeah, I think Lebanon. Yeah.
They were beans all the way from Lebanon.
Yeah.
Then he gave us words of affirmation.
Yeah.
So he looked at Sam and said, "You've never been taller."
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked at me and said, "You've never been shorter," which he knows I'm really insecure because I want to be shorter.
Yeah.
And he said, "You're literally 2 inches tall. I almost
Never
stepped
seen
on you.
someone smaller in
Never
my
seen
life.
someone
Yeah.
smaller in my life."
And
And
petite judge.
yes, and again, Max knows. I haven't talked about this publicly, but I have a very specific form of body dysmorphia where I think I'm 9 feet tall. So it really is affirming for me. It's affirming to me when people tell me I'm 2 inches tall. So he did give us words of affirmation.
Yeah.
He also gave us acts of service, which is the other love language, by
He
donated on our behalf.
Yeah, to us.
To us, on our behalf. He donated to me from Sam and to Sam from me.
Yeah, to our charities, which was really nice.
And then the rest of them, you can just move on because I think people are going to get sick of this.
Okay, well, and I'll just say because there's only
Just because
one.
I think that like people are kind of bored.
It just seems like you don't want us to say that you gave us physical affection.
But I'm a little like, okay,
Well,
so.
no, I don't. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't do that.
you
don't
said
do
that,
fi-
you
so
said that
you-
was your love
So
language.
you do want
No, I
to
didn't say
alienate
that.
people with some love languages, just not all of them.
Well, no, I just think that it's like weird if like because like my lawyers were like, don't talk about how you touch people. and so I just think that part we can probably skip. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me do it again.
Yeah.
Please welcome our dear friend who's so warm and will never touch anyone, Max Wittert.
Yeah, and also say that he never has.
And please welcome to the podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm George.
And this is StraightioLab. And today we are joined by our dear friend who has never inappropriately touched anyone and going forward never will.
I just want to say, I mean,
Max Wittert.
my integrity is flaring. My journalistic integrity is flaring. And I just want to say Max has touched me.
Oh.
What?
Well,
Not inappropriately, but, you know, the idea that Max is against
Shut
touch. Ow!
Sorry, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry, that just came out.
Should we do our first segment?
First segment.
Let's do our first
Yeah.
segment.
Okay.
I think that would
Oh
really
my
clear
God.
the air.
Sorry, I think something is like, I think I lost a tooth or something.
Oh,
no.
you should go get that checked out. Okay, so let's start the first segment, which is straight shooters.
Okay, so our first segment is called Straight Shooters, and in it we gauge your by asking a series of rapid fire questions. The only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions.
And Max, I just want to say I'm really sorry about before, and I'll never say anything like
What did
that.
I say to you?
Ow!
Sorry, I don't know what. I can't stop myself. Okay.
Okay, Sam, just go first. I need a second to.
Okay,
Sorry,
Max.
yeah, and by the way, the microphone didn't pick that up, right? It didn't.
No,
peak
that
or
was really
anything?
quiet.
Okay, great.
Max, a people pleaser or a total top?
Total top.
Max, French toast for the table or French onion soup with a ladle?
French onion soup with a ladle.
Max,
Yeah.
Lisa Lampanelli or Lisa Left Eye Lopez?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Max, we are the champions. I am legend. He is risen or she is mother.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Can you say that one again?
Of course, I'd be happy to. We are the champions. I am legend. He is risen or she is mother.
He is risen.
Okay, Max, Sam I Am, Curious George, or HBO Max?
I don't even need to answer that one.
Max, don't worry, darling, or don't touch that. I'm not done.
Oh, don't touch that. I'm not done.
Okay, Max,
Yeah.
doing an off-Broadway run or doing an off-a-cliff jump?
Yeah, off-Broadway run.
Max, Bono from U2 or Mono? Did you get it too?
Mono, did you get it too? Yeah, no one would choose the former.
You would rather get Mono than meet Bono?
The reason I'd want to meet Bono?
Is to give him Mono.
No. No. For some accountability.
What does he need to be held accountable for?
We never once addressed the iPod issue.
I think it's been addressed repeatedly over and over again since it happened.
Yeah, have you ever been on
haven't seen-
twitter.com?
No.
There's some incredible takes about that.
When you talk about your team of lawyers,
Yeah.
is the main lawsuit against Bono for the iPod thing? That you've been pouring money into?
I can neither confirm
that you've
nor
been
deny.
pouring money into
I can neither confirm
for
nor
the better
deny
part
this,
of
yeah.
15 years.
I can neither confirm nor deny this,
And you
these allegations,
keep
George.
trying to make it class action, but no one else is joining because people are like, it's not
Speaking
that
of
big of a
class
deal.
action, you know who has no class is you for asking about my actions.
Wow. Okay, Samantha.
Yeah.
When Max accused me of not having any class, I said, okay, fine, I don't have integrity. Integrity is not even that important. But class? I mean, that's how I was raised.
Considering George seems so studious. You would think that he'd be used to class. But as was discovered over the course of this season, he clearly does not.
George and Max were fighting over something, and I was going to do my best to not let it ruin my birthday.
Happy birthday, Sam. I got you a present. I hope you like it. Here, I want you to unwrap it.
Oh
my God, what is it?
I'm unwrapping it. Oh my God.
What do you think?
It's a bike.
It's a bike?
Yes, a tiny, tiny little one. How nice is that?
That's super nice.
Yeah,
Thank
so you
you.
could. I thought so because George is 2 inches tall. I thought you could put George on the bike and you could watch him just go around in little circles, and that would be really fun for you.
Are you like, so your gift for Sam is really for me?
Well, that's that he donated to both of us from both of us. So you actually have a present to open too.
Oh.
Here you go. Here you go,
Wait,
George.
What is it? Oh. What is this?
It's a gigantic bicycle.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So that you can feel even tinier.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's really considerate because
So
you.
that was still to George.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
still
I
for
guess
George's
both
thing.
gifts are for me. So you
Yeah,
got me
that's okay.
one tiny bicycle and one giant bicycle. So you want me to feel dysmorphic half the time and then euphoric the other half.
Life is about balance.
Well, I guess that's true. And you know what else is about balance? Riding a bike.
And that's the tea.
Oh my God. Okay, that was genius, unfortunately.
Wow.
Max, do you want to tell us what your topic was today?
Conflict.
Oh.
Conflict.
What?
What?
What was that?
I was looking at my watch to see how
And
much.
you said, "Oh,"
No. I was looking at my watch to see how
to
much
see how.
how much time we had left.
What
Not
makes you
because
think we don't have enough
not
time?
because I
Because you want to rush through it.
No, I do not want to rush through it. I want to know what.
Which I do understand because we do have a hibachi dinner after this.
Yeah, I have
Scheduled
been
in
hearing
Gikaku.
about this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels kind of forced down our throats.
Well,
you're
sort of-
not gonna want to force a damn thing down there because you're just gonna willingly take it all. I'm telling you, this place is great.
You're like almost doing a Trump.
Yeah, great Trump impression.
Ew. Thanks.
So what's your topic? Conflict.
thanks.
Okay,
So your
so
topic-
Wait, that's my new
when-
response to everything. Is
Ew,
ew, thanks.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun.
That's actually a good sort of catchphrase for for the reality show.
The reality
could
show
make
called
merch.
Ew, thanks.
No.
No.
The reality show is not called Ew, thanks.
And then
I'm
we
saying-
can get Ariana to do like another version of like thank you
Yeah,
next.
thank
but it's like,
you.
Ew, thanks. Or whatever. Yeah.
But I could see ew thanks as your catchphrase having legs. Merch.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a visor.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying.
It's not your show.
comma having legs is, and I was like, why is having legs my thing?
No.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying now. Okay,
So
sorry.
your topic is conflict.
What kind of conflict?
I think conflict in its essence is sort of a straight thing because it relies on differences,
Yeah.
which is very hetero.
Right. Well, I've never seen any gay people have conflict with one another.
Right. Or there
No.
shouldn't be. In a perfectly homosexual world, there would be no conflict.
Right.
Right.
Right, because in perfectly homosexual spaces, everyone's in great moods.
Yeah.
No one's anxious, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
is happy.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no like differences and like
No.
expectations of anything.
Yeah.
Everyone feels affirmed at every turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so conflict is a straight
But
thing.
also, like wars are so straight.
That's true.
I mean, listen. This is like a downgrade from what I wanted to talk about, which is what I wanted to talk about Nazis, but you guys wouldn't let me.
That's true.
That's true. That was
Yeah.
your first choice topic.
Yeah, like several times, and you guys kind of stopped actually even responding.
Well,
At a certain
it is
point.
true that you asked multiple times to have
to talk about
Nazis be your
Nazis.
topic, and we sort of never
Yeah.
responded. I mean, listen, I do think in theory.
Not Nazis. See?
Yeah, we both
See
responded
how
with.
fun that would be?
We both responded with not Nazis.
Yeah, you said not Nazis. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's one of those things that is funnier in theory than in practice, in my opinion, potentially.
And I agree with that.
Like, yes, it's iconic that you came in and your straight topic was Nazis.
Well, because I mean, something that the reason that I was really thinking about it, the reason that was because it was around the time of like gift guides for men.
Sure.
For men's gift guides. And how they're like all very, very Nazi vibes.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's
all
gift
like
guides.
Slicked back hair, how to take care of your tiny little mustache. You know?
Well, it's really like it's the one area where the American media like doesn't know how to be progressive. Like every other day of the year, they're like, "Oh, a photo package about drag queens voguing." But then on gift guide season, it's like whiskey stones.
Yeah, it's like shirt oil.
It's
or
literally
whatever,
like,
you know?
or it'll be like even less. It'll be like
belts for your hair.
It'll be like a cable. Get him a cable. Cable.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
A long cable. A really long cable.
Yeah,
It
wires.
goes all the way, just wires.
Yeah, get him a bundle of wires. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is...
Wait, I would actually relish a bundle of wires.
Well, you could make a sort of beautiful art project, a sculpture, mixed media installation with it.
Comedy,
In fact, you know what would be...
wires and comedy.
Here's a great idea for your next art show. Go on The Strategist and find a gift guide for dad, buy all of those things, and make a mixed media installation made out of all gifts for dad. And it's a commentary. It's a commentary on American masculinity.
Wait, that's actually kind
as viewed through the lens of digital media.
That's actually kind of funny.
Okay, I'm sorry, but what isn't a commentary on American masculinity these days?
And what isn't digital media?
And what isn't?
Yeah, when's anyone gonna do a commentary on femininity?
Yeah.
What? No one is talking
Literally,
about
no one has
femininity.
ever talked about femininity in the history of art. And you know what? It's interesting.
You know the future is female.
Well, yeah, but not the present, mama.
Not the present, sweetheart.
But you know, it's almost like it's easy to criticize masculinity because, of course, that is where our culture is right now. But then it almost becomes a snake eating its own tail because then we're just focusing on masculinity.
You mean sort of like a man sucking his own ass?
Well. Why would you say
why would you go
ass? It's
there?
phallic.
What?
Why would its snake be an ass and not a penis?
A tail? You think a tail is the front? Is in the front?
Well, no, but
You think a tail is in the front, George?
No, I don't think a tail is in the front. I'm just saying.
Considering how studious George claims to be, you would think that he would have taken a class on tails and cocks.
I'm sort of like worried about Max's understanding of visual design writ large because he is, as far as I know, like an artist and an illustrator, and yet he sees a snake and thinks asshole rather than penis.
I was getting so upset because it was my birthday and I was turning 22 and everyone was getting so mad at each other. And I was like, this only comes once in a lifetime and it's ruined, I tell you. So I called over the waiter.
Hey, are you guys done over here?
No, I want one.
Hang on, I'm almost finished.
Oh,
Wait.
sorry. It looks like your friend is coming, so I'll come back later.
When Max started coming at my birthday party, I said, my 22nd birthday comes but once in a lifetime, and it's ruined.
And Max does it a bunch.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Hey guys, it looks like everyone's
I'm
all
sorry.
set here.
Again, my niece listens to this program, so you guys have to cool it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, waiter. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry. Go back to the scene. We're going back to the scene now. I was breaking the fourth wall, but we're going back.
So I'll
to the
get you
scene
guys some napkins and just to check. Otherwise.
now. Do you have any dessert?
Yeah. We have a flourless chocolate cake, blood orange. Looks like he's gonna come again. All right,
No.
I'll leave you guys to
It's gonna take me a while. So
I'm
keep
sorry.
going.
We have a rule. No, if someone eating wants to come, the waiter can't be at the table.
Wow. It was then that my 22nd birthday started to turn around, and I could feel that these girls weren't just my friends, they were my family.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, what did I miss?
The waiter came, and Max came and started jerking off again.
Oh my God, that's what he was talking about? I was
Yeah.
just with the waiter in the bathroom, and he was saying that someone kept coming at a table in the left side of the room.
Yeah, it was our table.
Okay, cut to the area right near the kitchen. Okay. Oh my God, I can't believe you had a patron doing that. What the fuck?
It was really weird. And honestly, like, because he's gay, I didn't want to say anything because I feel like I know gay guys are like different and have their own culture. And like, I know that in gay culture, you can come
like
in a
really
restaurant.
loud,
yeah, they're like loud and disgusting and,
and
amoral.
it's like it's fine. Like I respect your lifestyle, but just like keep it to yourself. You know what I mean?
What are you guys talking about?
So hey, chef.
It's my 35th birthday, so I'm gonna head out early.
Wait, that's amazing because I've actually been waiting my whole life to become a chef, and I was waiting for the opportunity. I'll step in your place and probably turn this whole night around.
Wait, sorry, no offense, but you're the hostess. Why would you be the chef if the chef left?
Because I've been waiting my whole life for this opportunity.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Okay,
All
you're
right.
in charge. I'm off to Soho House.
Oh my
God.
God, that's my other job.
All right, Megan, I got to go back to the gay guy.
Okay, have fun, Federico.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway.
Wait, so conflict.
Yeah, sorry, Max.
Oh, yeah, conflict. Yeah, so what do you guys think?
Well, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
I think.
See, that was an example of gay guys not having conflict.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
See? Yeah, I think we're all getting along really great right now because we're
Yeah.
gay guys.
I almost think that
The whole world should just be gay guys. You said it.
I
I
think-
didn't say it.
I feel like almost being comfortable with a state of conflict is a gay impulse. Like you know there is naturally conflict. It's all even just when you're young and you're growing up. You're like, obviously there's an issue here. I'm gay. Okay, so you just learn to live with conflict sort of in the background. You learn to tune it out, to address it when it needs
To
to be
sort of
addressed.
diffuse
but
it, to sort of like
to
push it
diffuse
down,
it, to push
like
it down,
never address it.
to never
yeah.
address it, to sort of like
Like
never
like it sort of like festers and stuff.
festers. You never
Yeah.
fully grow up or mature. There's
Yeah. Sort of like always something
there's a
lingering behind the
deep
curtain.
central wound that you
Yeah.
just feed,
Yeah, with like a lot of nipple play.
and yet it never is satiated.
Yeah, insatiable hole.
Insatiable
an insatiable hole
an
in your
insatiable
heart.
hole in your heart,
Yeah.
which you fill by filling other people's insatiable hole.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's sort of the gay mentality. But then I think straight people.
I do like that you sort of used the royal like whole. Like you sort of like you said other people's whole.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like a collective whole.
Well, there is a collective whole, and I
Yeah.
think
we should, and we need to talk about
and
that.
we need to talk about. But I think that reaching a state where you understand the collective whole of the universe is difficult and is
Have
like
you
it takes a
guys-
lifetime of.
I mean, the collective whole. I mean, if we even just look at politics,
no.
and we are so
And I won't.
and we are so torn as a nation. I mean, do
like
you
a
need-
torn hole, like a
like
fissure.
like a fissure.
Yeah, we've all dealt with.
Yeah, we all need to address the fissure on the anus of America.
Yeah.
So anyway,
By the
but-
way, your producer just vomited. Did you see that? She has a little cup and she just puked into it. She went blah. She went blah, blah, blah.
Max, stop.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I actually have a real thing to say
Yeah.
Okay,
about conflict.
okay, but
Oh, do you have something?
the
to say?
only I just want to very quickly.
And I have something that I want to pivot to completely that derails the whole thing.
Okay, well, let me go first. After
Yeah.
Let me go after.
It's
George.
just like so.
Okay.
So my only point was gay people learn to live with conflict, and that is, and they're comfortable with that. Whereas straight people, at the first hint of conflict, they get violent. They start war. They start yelling. They start screaming. So that was what my analysis of the difference was. And Sam, go. You go.
Okay, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I feel like I'm in like a couple fight,
Mm-hmm.
it's like more embarrassing because it's like we're gay guys, and I'm like,
We shouldn't have problems.
yeah, and it's like no, we're supposed to be
Interesting.
like the example of like calm and communication, and when we're not getting it, I'm like we're being like we're almost doing like a
Because
straight couple
society,
drag.
because society expects you to fail too. Like society sort of expects you to be like, well, you're in a gay relationship. That's fucked up to begin with. So
Well, it's like, oh, they think they're in the real one. Like,
Right,
they're,
yeah.
like they're in a real one.
Oh, see, in my mind, it's the opposite. It's like straight people are so invested in the narrative that love is love and that gay love is actually even more profound than straight love, that it's so alienating for them to see two gay guys fight
I was
or have an imperfect relationship.
Did you listen to the Ezra Klein episode with Dan Savage?
100% no.
Oh,
Who's Ezra
that's so
Klein?
you though. Dan Savage is so you, George.
Well, at least it's not Ezra Klein that is so me.
Yeah, no. He's like smart. No, but Dan Savage brought up this crazy statistic, which I think he was talking about, what is it? Is it the Netherlands that has like the longest standing like permissions for gay marriage or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And like, so there's like a lot more statistics about how different matchings. Can you turn off your phone? My eyes are up here. Did you get a text message from, what is this? Oh, is this your producer asking us to wrap up? Okay. Oh. No, I just didn't know her name. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to.
Well, that's weird because we introduced you.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
That's okay.
On the mic.
I mean, I don't know. Does she know my name?
Yes.
Yes, she definitely knows your name.
Okay,
She's a professional.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to walk into an office and suddenly I'm a producer?
I didn't say you were a producer. You've been emailing with her, like...
No, I haven't. This has all been over text.
Okay, that's actually...
That's
he got me there. He got me there.
Yeah. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. Yeah,
Well,
I guess you should probably wrap up because you've been talking a lot, George.
Wait.
Wait.
Someone was saying something.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, the point is that, like, gay guys stay together longer in marriages than straight couples, and straight couples stay in marriages longer than lesbian couples.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, I believe it. They've had more time to practice.
What?
Straight people.
They've had more time to prep.
Than
What
lesbians?
are you talking about?
Hold on. Straight people's marriages last longer than lesbians? Is that what you're saying?
But gay
Right.
guys last longer than that.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
I know. It throws the whole thing out of whack.
That
and
is
so,
crazy.
as it turns out, the best thing for a marriage is having a cock.
Well,
Okay. So, shall we
do
end the show?
you think...
It's time to end?
No.
You need to talk faster because we don't have much time left. I need you to
Sam,
step it up.
Please.
Okay, so I have some straight shooters for you guys.
Oh, what are
Oh,
they?
that's what you've been writing.
Yeah. Okay.
Would have
So-
been nice if you did it at the segment, but sure.
No, it makes more sense now. Okay, so can we get the music going for that?
It will be here. Yeah.
Okay, can you promise me that?
Yeah, it'll
Can
be
I get
there.
that in writing?
Yes.
Your
we'll have
lawyers will
we'll-
get the email.
Yeah, our
Okay.
producer
All
will
right.
email.
Okay. George. Praying to Aphrodite or watching Bruce Almighty?
Praying to Aphrodite.
Okay, Sam. Transitioning into musical comedy or vouching for a trickle-down economy?
Transitioning to musical comedy.
George. Visiting the Pantheon or I don't have any panties on?
Visiting the Pantheon.
Sam. Sucking cock or cucking Spock from like the Star Treks?
Sucking cock.
Okay. George. A gorgeous meze piled high with feta, or you could win a brand new Jetta.
You know, actually, you could win a brand new Jetta.
Sam, jealousy is a disease or jelly beans for my niece?
Jelly beans for my niece.
Okay. George, visiting ancient ruins or getting anxious and ruining?
Getting anxious and ruining.
Sam, visiting your family at inopportune times for me? Or jelly beans for my niece?
Visiting my family at inopportune times for you.
Okay, and for both of you. Okay. Will Ferrell or filling barrels?
Will
Ferrell.
How do you like that?
I just thought it would be nice if, like, you got a little shout out so that maybe he'd want to come on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I think he'll appreciate that.
I think so.
He's been really like shy,
Yeah.
which is why he hasn't come on
Please
yet.
don't edit that out.
No,
Why would we edit that out?
I don't know, because you always, like, fuck with my words and shit.
no, it's full transparency. We don't change
Why
a
would-
single
why
line.
would you-
I'm edited to hell. I'm always villainized.
After all of this, like, we're having such a nice time. Why now start yelling at us and accusing us of things?
I'm not. You're the one that's yelling.
Ow, Max.
That ought to shut you up.
Max, I guess I want to just say thanks for coming back. I have been so impressed at the work internally you've been doing.
Thank you.
You can really feel a calmness, a sereneness, and I think, I think our listeners are going to take note, and I think they're going to feel happier.
Yeah, I think so too. And if they don't, that's a problem.
Should we do our final segment?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this one.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
guess
okay.
that doesn't change anything.
What? Okay.
So you'll just have to think of something.
Okay.
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 Our final segment's called Shoutouts. And in it, we give a shout out to anything.
something.
I want to give a shout out to my friend Max Wittert. Someone who reminds me every day how important it is to be yourself, to live out loud, to love deeply, to invest in your community, and to reap those benefits in return from that community, whether they want to give them up or not. Every day I wake up and I feel grateful for his grace, for his words, for his intelligence, for his beautiful, gorgeous butt, and for his incredible nipples.
Yeah.
And his incredible...
My niece listens to this. Remember?
His incredible head of hair.
Thank you.
His mustache. And most of all, his
Not being
warm
objectified.
heart.
Yeah, thank you.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my dear friend Max. You know, Max has been through a lot in the last year, and, you know, many people would crack under that pressure. But Max has come out swinging, quite literally. He has hit many, many people because Max is a fighter, and Max believes in himself, and he believes that you need to stick up for yourself, and you know that you can get physical and you can get violent if the situation calls for it. And he decides that it gets calls for it a lot and chooses violence on a daily basis. And I respect that because I, you know, choose words and sort of like to de-escalate, but he lives out loud and he will punch you in the face. So I'd like to give a huge shout out to Max Wittert.
Thank you.
So would you like to do your shout out?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Is that, so you just want to end there, or
Yeah.
do you want us to say something?
I want to give a shout out to my boys, Sam and George. These two are, despite being two, are number one. This is the best podcast there ever was, and these guys are my buddies. We've always been thick as thieves, and that's because we're stealing the hearts of America. Beyond just that, there's a lot of chemistry in this room tonight, and it's not because of my bacteria, which my armpits just smell like so bad, right? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm worried it's like a bacterial thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what smell is, you know?
Is it really?
Yeah, it's bacteria.
And that is my shout out for these guys.
Wow. That was really nice.
That was really nice. Thank you. That meant a lot.
It didn't really mean that much.
Oh, okay.
It sort of felt medium. Can I be honest? Like, I really feel like we were all very detached from that last segment.
Speak for yourself.
Well, no, I can also speak for George because he was looking at Instagram while you were doing yours. And he was caught by it. And now he's actually checking his phone and you're checking yours too.
Well, we're getting like urgent messages. Like,
about what?
Apparently the building's on fire.
Oh my God.
That's okay. I mean, we're safe in here.
Oh, I can smell the smoke.
Oh my God.
Oh, one last thing.
Hey guys, so our chef had to leave and a random hostess named Megan took over, and it looks like the kitchen is on fire right now.
Everything's good.
It appears everything is burning up. And
God,
and there we go.
spilled boiling
And
water
all right,
all
so
over
I think I'm gonna actually take off, and you can
my fishy
call
swamp.
us. We will be happy to comp that flourless chocolate cake, but for now, I think it would be best if everyone just sort of started walking in a single file line. And so we'll see you next time, hopefully.
When the fire broke out, I, as a firefighter, really want to get in there and just sort of clear the air.
Scene. All right.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That was a fun one.